Hey everybody, my name is David Bruce and I'm here to go over some of the basics, some of the training stuff that I want to share with some of my team and other people, whether you're someone that knows a lot about network marketing or someone that's just getting into network marketing, affiliate marketing. There's something that's interesting about this company. Maybe it's just me because of the time I'm in right now. I'm learning that I can learn from people that I just introduced to the business a week ago, a month ago. Not just the people that have been around for a while. And the people that introduced me to the company, they're learning from me, which is awesome. I don't want to be the guy down here and you're the great big rock star. We're all great big rock stars. And this is extremely easy, simple business. That's the interesting thing. If you've been in affiliate marketing before, network marketing, you might have had to do some of the things that I've done. You have a lot of different products, and there's a lot of different ways to use those products. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those kind of companies. What I find interesting about Prime My Body is we have a superfood hemp protein mix. We've got a testosterone booster. We've got a couple awesome skin creams. For the ladies and the guys that want to look good in their 50s like me. Yes, I am in my 50s, believe it or not, young 50s. But our flagship product, as a lot of you know, is our hemp oil, the CBD oil. And what I love about that as a life coach and a health coach, I know certain crazy, awesome things about science and about supplementation. I've been teaching on supplementation for years. Just so you know a little bit about me, I was the #1 guy, kind of like ran the #1 and #2 store, the GNC stores in the Chicagoland region in 2007, 2008. I was supposedly one of the top 20 guys in the whole country out of 5,790 stores. And what's interesting as I get older, I find out that the more I learn, the more that I don't want to take a lot of those supplements anymore. As I left that company, I worked for an awesome high-end sports supplementation company out of Dallas, Texas, that dealt more in Ayurvedic medicine and herbs instead of just synthetic compounds. And I really admired what they were doing. But then as I learned more and more, I found out there were still certain things in their products that weren't really what I wanted to have in my body. And then around 2012, I started learning a lot about mineral supplementation. For instance, the human body needs 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids in accordance to your body weight. You can overcome over 900 diseases. That's some of the people that I've been studying under for a while, like, let's see, Dr. Joel Wallach, Dr. Peter Glidden, Robert Cassar, Marcus Rothkranz, one of my heroes. And I just started learning more and more that we don't need a bunch of the junk that they tell us that we need. But the mineral supplementation is awesome, except for the fact that some of these regimens that I've introduced to people can be expensive, and there's a lot to do. Well, you've got a bottle of nano emulsification hemp oil, liposomal delivery. This stuff right here, 2 squirts in the morning, 2 squirts at night. Super simple. And you don't have to go too far into it except for knowing a little bit about the science about the product. That's something I'm really into. I'm trying to learn how to slow down and not give everybody the whole encyclopedia about what this stuff's all about. And that's what I want to talk to you about. First of all, if you're new in the company, welcome. And please feel free to share this video with anybody and everybody out there that's in the business so they can understand how to do this correctly. Hopefully there's going to be more people stepping up to the plate and doing more videos like this, because we're definitely going to keep learning how to refine this process. And I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about Facebook. So if you've got people on Facebook and you're posting about CBD oil, and you're finding out from your sponsor or somebody that you admire, you know, one of your upline leaders perhaps, a post that you saw on their wall, and you want to grab it and cut and paste it and put on your wall, first of all, tell your upline, hey, I'm going to do this, because they might have a couple things to add to that, or maybe you can go over it with it. Well, this isn't really the way I would say it. I'd probably say it a little bit more differently like this. So do that. Go ahead and let them know via Facebook Messenger, let's say, hey, I'd like to grab this from your wall. I really like the post, the way it sounded. Or, hey, could you help me to write something on my wall and send it to me, and I can put it on my wall to get interest. And then somebody that's been doing this for a while will help you with that. But once it's on the wall, what's going to happen? Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen, because I've done this with people that aren't even in the business yet. And then in about 4 hours, when they have 16 or 26 people asking, how do I get the oil? They're like, what do I do now? Well, you got to join the business, which you got to do now, because you're about to make some money. But I'm just going to go over, I've just got a couple notes here so I don't forget or get too sidetracked. First thing you want to do is have videos ready. And I have a bunch of cut and paste videos in my iPhone. And I've got a great one about anxiety. Another one is from a doctor, and it's about 54 or 57 seconds long. A 2.5 minute long one from a certain doctor talking about PTSD. Another 2.5 or 3 minute long one about Crohn's disease and colitis. I've got these short, different videos of other people talking about what CBD oil does for them and for others. It's not me telling you what will happen if you take my product, because that would not be in FDA compliance. We don't want to upset the FDA, because there are certain rules and guidelines in this country that we have to be saying the right thing online. So we do not diagnose, treat, or mitigate. I love that word. I never heard that word used before until I heard Kerry Kruger talking about it. We don't diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases. We don't mitigate them. But what we are to do is be educators and to point, guide, and direct them to this amazing product. So what I do is I have a bunch of videos ready in my phone. In fact, if you have an iPhone, you're going to know a newer iPhone, you can literally go into your settings. There's a way where you can do shortcuts, and it'll send out these huge paragraphs. So bio is one that I have where I talk about most of your hemp oil is 6 to 10% bioavailability, maybe 15, 16, 18, 20% if you're lucky. But we have a nano enhanced product with liposomal delivery, and we're the only company that has 97% to 100% bioavailability, that kind of thing. I'm generalizing what I say usually on that, because I just hit the word bio, B-I-O, and my phone shoots it out. There's a way you can do that so you can get information out to people quicker without having to type it all out, text it all out. The amount of people I talk to in a day, in a week, in a month would be crazy. There's no way I could text that much. So I have everything in my phone where I cut and paste it, or I just hit out these shortcuts and just boom, it shoots it out to them. So you've got somebody on your wall that's asking about it. Here's what you want to do. There's one video, and there's another one I just heard about. One I have is 6.5 minutes long. And one of my team told me that Kerry Kruger just posted one that's 3 minutes long, talking about the endocannabinoid system and CB receptors in our body. You want to make sure everybody sees that first, because if they're going to listen to that, they're going to understand, well, we have an endocannabinoid system. Yes, we do. And you want to let people see things like that. Or you're going to ask on your wall, Sherry, nice that you're asking me about CBD oil. Have you ever used it? That's a great question to ask. Another great question to ask is when they say, yeah, I've used it before, it did this for me, that for me. Oh, great. How long have you used it? They're going to come back and say something right on your wall. Now, I want to say something real quickly here, and I'm talking fast because it's already 8 minutes into this video, and I was hoping to do 5 or 7 minute videos. I guess it's not going to happen. So when somebody is coming to you and saying something about the oil on your wall, this is something I don't encourage people to do. I don't ever say, hey, I'll PM you. I'll private message you via Facebook Messenger. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because there's probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people watching on your wall without even posting anything. And when they see the knowledge you're going to give them, they're going to be like, And when I teach for years, as a researcher and a teacher, I just love to tell people when I'm teaching, it's like, you might not understand or believe everything I'm saying, but I just want you to rub your chin and go, It's interesting, right? It's one of my favorite emojis, as a matter of fact. So when somebody's asking you about a product, about this, don't just say, well, I'll talk to you about it via Facebook Messenger. Ask them what they know about it. If they don't, say, do this for me, Sherry. I want you to Google search CBD oil and get back to me. Your mind will be blown. And so they're going to get back, and they're going to say something like, whoa, I found out this and this and this. And they're talking about what they're dealing with in their body, certain things that they're feeling, back discomfort, knee joint discomfort, that kind of thing. And you're going to have videos where you can send it to them right there on the wall and say, yeah, that's exactly right, Sherry. In fact, check out this 2-minute video and let me know what you think. Boom, that's it. And then they watch it. They're like, whoa, this, that, and the other thing. Then you ask them the questions like, have you ever used it before? Do you know anybody who's used it before? And they're going to give you these answers. After a little bit of going back and forth, then this is what I like to do. Tell you what, Sherry, why don't we take this privately via Facebook Messenger? I don't want to blow up my wall with all this stuff. Of course I do, actually, but I'm just saying that to them because it gave everybody else out there in Facebook land a little bit of time to see a little bit about what I'm talking about, give them something to think about. Maybe people don't even know if it's legal. Is it legal? Well, yes, it's legal in all 50 states and 46 plus countries as long as it's 0.03% THC. And this product is even lower than that. And I like to use bigger sounding numbers like this is 0.02% THC, which I think is about 1/20th of 1%. And this gets people thinking. You're just throwing out some statistics, some numbers, some facts, and they're not going to remember it all, but they're going to be like, wow, this guy's in the know. I'm going to want to listen to this person, this guy or gal. So engage on your wall first, then after a bit of back and forth, I like to bring them into Facebook Messenger. Now, here's another thing. You just posted something 6 minutes ago, and right away somebody's like, wow, what is this? Don't answer them right away. And the reason for this, I found this out years ago as a professional musician. I've sold albums on Facebook. And back in the day, remember MySpace? I could literally put down, hey everybody, here's a new song that I'm working on for the new album. It's on MySpace. Go check it out. And I'd put a link right on Facebook. In one day, I'd have about 280 likes. That doesn't happen anymore. You know why? Because I've had 5,000 people on Facebook for years and a bunch of followers and 2,200 people on my fan page for my music. But the thing is, Facebook knows now who the marketers are. And I started finding this out about, I think my last album came out in 2010. My last two albums are in 22 countries because of Facebook. Not because I'm cool, just because of Facebook. Because people are sharing it everywhere. It was just freaking amazing. But the thing is, if you're a marketer, if you're a musician like me, or an author or a comedian telling people where my next gig is, Facebook knows who you are and they are going to block you from the newsfeed. So you don't want to post any URLs on your wall. In my honest opinion, and I never do this, I also don't post any pictures because Facebook's not dumb. They're knowing that a lot of people years ago would put a picture of their whatever they're doing, or like it used to be me on stage and would say David Bruce, blah, blah, blah. So they would know that we're using these pictures and putting URLs on the picture. So personally, I don't blow up my wall with pictures. I just don't do it. I just post things that are questions. How many of you knew that THC is the psychoactive part of the cannabis plant, part that gets you high, but CBD is the non-psychoactive part of the plant that's used for, and you go into that. And that just gets people's attention. Then you're going to have people like, but is it legal? And then you can educate, point, guide, and direct them to how to further the conversation. So I wait 30 minutes, sometimes more, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes an hour, until I respond to these people that go on my wall. And the reason for that is I posted something. 2, 3, 4 minutes later, somebody leaves a comment. It's already in the news feed. If I come on there right away trying to get on it, it's going to stay in the news feed. But if you wait a half hour and there's other things popping up in the news feed from your friends and neighbors on Facebook land, and all of a sudden you wait 30 minutes, 35 minutes, bam, you reply, it goes back in the news feed. But I hope you're taking notes, by the way. Take notes on this. This is good stuff. Don't hit the reply button under their comment. Don't do that. It doesn't seem to bring you back in the news feed. Go at the bottom of the comment thread, tag their name, and answer their question. A good thing about waiting 30 minutes also is you might have another person come on there. And then you kind of wait a little bit longer, and then you can tag all three of those people. I will tag people and answer each one of them, and then even make paragraphs. And then what does it do if you wait 30 minutes or so, or even an hour? It puts you back in the newsfeed then. I've done this for years. I've figured out how to do it. I've done tests where I put a URL link up there or a video of me playing on stage for my YouTube channel or my website link talking about my new album coming out, that kind of thing, and nothing. But if I put down, I like ice cream, I swear to gosh, 230 people in 2 or 3, 4 hours will be like, woo, me too, and they'll be liking it. So that proved to me many, many times over that you just want to put content on there that you're typing out, not URLs. Don't put any links. And in my opinion, I don't want people to put pictures up either. That's just me. Check with your upline to make sure that is what they want you to do too. So I wait 30 minutes after a comment to reply so that it gets on the newsfeed again. After engaging with them a little bit, I bring them inside of Messenger. Okay? So once we're in Messenger, I will talk a little bit more about it, ask what they know. They might still have more questions. Then I say exactly this. Now get your pen. Get a pen. It looks like this. And write this down. Here, comma, let's do this, semicolon. Shoot me your cell number. Shoot me your number. Here, comma, let's do this, semicolon. Shoot me your number and a good time to call in the next day or two. Okay, you want to do that. Here, comma, let's do this, semicolon. Shoot me your number and a good time to talk in the next day or two, because it'll be easier than all this texting back and forth. And oftentimes I also like to say it's hard for me to do this because I have so many people trying to get information about the oil from me. And then I will say this, and even some asking about the business side of it. Why do I do that? Even some asking about the business side of it, because they might not even knew there was a way to get involved in the business side of it and make the money that we're making, okay? Which is awesome. And if you haven't been making awesome money yet, don't worry, it's going to happen. It's still blowing my mind how much money I'm making compared to any other network marketing business I've been in. So I've always used the same exact thing. Here, comma, let's do this, semicolon. Shoot me over your cell number and give me a good time to call in the next day or two, because it's just, you know, the key to mastery is repetition. I just keep saying this, and it's also easy to duplicate and tell your team members how to do this, okay? And it sounds a lot better than saying, can I have your phone number? I never ask anybody for their phone number. I always tell them to shoot me over their cell number, okay? Let's see what else I got here. Yeah, and then I get them on a phone call, and I will tell them how busy I am, and I need to know approximately what time so I can put you in my phone's calendar, because I have so many people coming to me asking me about this. I don't want to forget anybody, and it happened a lot when I first started, and I would look at Facebook Messenger like weeks later, go, oh my gosh, I forgot about this person like 3 weeks ago, 21 days ago. 5 weeks ago, I had a couple of those, and I felt bad. So everything on my iPhone 6S is done in my calendar, or I will forget. So that's very important, because you want people to understand that you're busy, and if you're not busy yet, it's okay to give them the understanding that you are busy, because you don't want to be looked at or seen as the person who's desperate to try to get somebody in your business. I've never once asked anybody to buy the products. Never once. All I do is educate, 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 educate. And when you educate, and the reason you want to educate is you want to build up the value. You never want to give somebody your website right away. You don't want to tell them it's Prime My Body, because they're gonna look up Prime My Body and go, okay, hemp oil, $150. Oh my gosh, because they don't have any value. So by the time I give somebody my website, and it doesn't even usually happen until I'm on the phone with them. I don't even tell them what the product, the company name is. Yep. Because they're getting so much value. They're like, man, I want this. And then when I get them on the phone, I'm talking to them about it. Tell them, just like a $55 a year membership at Costco, you can have a $39 a year membership with Prime My Body. And I tell them that the price of the oil is $150. Now, what does the website say, kids? $149. Sorry, I tell a little white lie, and I tell them it's $150 because I like to round it up. Most people do anyways. They see that number. It's a bigger number, too. That's why you go to Kmart and you'll see this product's $149.99, because $150 is just too much, right? What's the price of gas right now? $3.29. No, it's not. It's $3.29.99, which really means it's $3.30. It's just psychology. It's just the way that's just the way the world works. So what I do is let them know it's $150, but with the $39 membership, just like the $55 a year Costco membership, you'll get that $150 bottle for $119. I don't tell them $120. It's $119 because they think it's cheaper than $120, and it is. In another video, I'm going to go through how I sell so many 10-packs to people. But right now, I hope this helped you. 19 minutes is a lot longer than I thought it would be. And I got chicken outside on my brand new grill. So I'm going to go do that. And I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you watch this video again and take notes if you haven't. God bless you guys. You take it easy.